Hello and welcome, my Scorpio friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be my group reading for the full wolf moon for my Scorpio friends. This month the full wolf moon brings with it a lunar eclipse. Now eclipses are like that celestial checkpoint. They open those doors to those new and exciting pieces in our lives, and at the same time slam the door shut in other aspects of our lives. Many times we find the lunar eclipse or eclipses in a whole very jolting and very abrupt. They remind me a lot of that tower energy, where we're looking at that big bump in the road, if you will. Now in December we had a solar eclipse. On Boxing Day we had this amazing new moon with a solar eclipse, which brought in a lot of new ideas and a lot of new energies. We're now looking at a lunar eclipse on a full moon. The lunar eclipse likes to help incorporate and implement and give you more strategies on really engaging in these energies. And that's what we're going to look at today. How the lunar eclipse and full moon are going to support you in embracing these changes. The deck we're using for this reading is the Witch's Tarot and the Energy Oracle. Like always, there are links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Additionally, I'm going to be using this spread for the reading. It's very similar to the solar eclipse spread, however we're going to be using it for the lunar eclipse. Now, I'm not going to be flipping back and forth to the spread. However, there's a link below to the spread, so you can refer to it as you need and in the future. Alright, my Scorpio friends, let's see what the cards have to say today. What will the full wolf moon and lunar eclipse bring my Scorpio friends? The Two of Cups. This is also known as the lesser lovers. That connection. Twos are about duality and choice. The cups are about that emotion and intuition. The reason this is called the lesser lovers is that it is connected to the major arcana, the lovers, which is the major archetype, that energy, where this is the everyday aspect and implementation of the lovers. This moon, and we were looking at the wolf moon, which is a very passion-centered moon. The reason it's called the wolf moon is because in January, that's when the wolves start to go into their mating season. And they start to howl at the moon, hence wolf moon. That very raw passion energy is going to be fierce for you, my Scorpio friends. What guidance does the full wolf moon and lunar eclipse bring my Scorpio friends? The Ace of Wands. Again, we're looking at that passion piece. Now, I know a lot of you are questioning whether or not we're looking at a love interest. Some of you will be. But the majority of us, it's not so much that love interest that we're looking at. Yes, we're looking at that passion, that heat, especially with that Ace of Wands. That heat is going to bring about the most important piece, transformation. Many of us and most of us are going to be looking at that connection inwards. The reason I say that is because we are looking at a shift. What we're looking at is passion. The full moon and eclipse are going to help you really ignite and amplify that inner fire. Now, I know a lot of people are probably saying, well, we've got the Two of Cups, that means a relationship. That's not the energy I'm getting from this. The Two of Cups, like I said, is that lesser energy, that everyday implementation of that connective energy. We have the Ace of Wands. That's a fire. That's your solar plexus. What you have is your solar plexus and your heart chakra starting to work in unison, starting to work together. that leads more to that transformation piece rather than a connection piece. It's going to be important to work on yourself before trying to connect with others. We're looking at an eclipse. Eclipses are shifts. Some of you may come into a relationship over the next couple of days, and you're going to be looking at a very passion-centered relationship. The soulmate relationship is on an energy vibration. That energy vibration needs to be high to start to connect in with your soulmate. Now, depending on your energy vibration and that soul signature will depend on how much you're going to be able to attract your soulmate. So let's look at this a little bit more. Let's go on to the third question. What support does the full wolf moon and lunar eclipse bring my Scorpio friends? It's all not doom and gloom. This is the sun. It's the 19th card in the major arcana, and it talks about that joyous, loving energy. This really does confirm for me that we're looking at that relationship in connection with ourselves. That universal, loving, nurturing energy supporting our relationship with that higher self. Like I just said, when we're looking at that soul connection or a soul mate, they're looking for your energy signature, not who you are or what you look like or what you have in your life. They're looking for that high vibrational energy. Many of us have put so many layers and so much guard up that our soulmate can't find us. So connecting in with ourselves and that inner fire, that passion, will help to ignite and raise our vibration. Staying in the positive, working from that very high vibrational energy will also help. What the lunar eclipse and the full moon are going to support you in is connecting in with that higher self and connecting in with that passion center. Giving you that drive and courage to take on some of those barriers and masks that we've put up over the years and over our lifetime. All right, let's go on to question 4. What abrupt shift will the lunar eclipse bring my Scorpio friends? The Emperor, the 4th card in the major arcana. It speaks about structure and stability. We are going to be able to really solidify and create that very strong, very supportive, and reliable foundation for ourselves. The more we're connected in with ourselves, the more we are intimate and understand who we are, the stronger we will become. The more that foundation and support is there for us. The critical thinking skills of the Emperor are going to be very necessary and essential for the days and weeks and year to come, when we start to really unravel what we've kind of compounded our life to be. We're going to be able to take that step back to critically think and assess the situation and who we truly are and what our life is truly about. Getting rid of what's not working, releasing it, and focusing in on that high vibrational energy that is working in our lives. Okay, on to question 5. How will this shift impact my Scorpio friends? The High Priestess, the gatekeeper to that universal knowledge. When we're looking at how this shift is going to impact you, my Scorpio friends, we're looking at that connection to those higher vibrational beings and again to your higher self. The stronger those connections are, the more information we're going to be able to receive from the universe and those higher vibrational beings. We need that direction to align ourselves into our soul's deeper purpose. So this shift helps bring you in line to improve our communication and understanding of those messages that those higher vibrational beings have for us. Now there's a couple important pieces that both the Emperor and the High Priestess are giving us. That stability and groundedness are going to be very important. We have the stability of the Emperor and that grounded energy, where we have that balanced energy of that divine masculine and feminine energy. We need to make sure that we are balanced and grounded. If we're looking at really connecting in with our higher vibrational self, we need to make sure that we've got those foundations so that we are able to receive that information. We're also able to get some support and guidance in bringing down some of those barriers. We put those barriers up for safety reasons. We feel insecure and unstable. The Emperor is going to help with that stability. When we're focused in on that grounded energy, we're afraid of not being accepted for who we are. That connection into the higher self, into those higher vibrational beings, provides that acceptance and that unconditional love that we need. We crave that energy, that stability, and that love. And these two major arcana are really supporting us in that. We've got some fabulous support from the major arcana. The full moon and the eclipse are offering you a lot more than just a relationship with somebody. They're offering you that relationship with yourself so that you are able to raise your vibration. You are able to live that authentic self so that you have more fulfillment and joy in your life. Let's go on to 6. How can the full wolf moon and lunar eclipse support my Scorpio friends in incorporating this shift? The Seven of Pentacles. Sevens are somewhat of a conflictual number, however they're victorious. The Seven of Pentacles talks about hard work. The moon and eclipse are providing you that energy that's going to support you. That unconditional loving energy is really going to be amplified in your area. It is going to be up to you to take that energy, to take that time, give yourself permission to go into some of those places that you may not go as often, and start to critically evaluate your situation, your life, who you are. It's going to be that hard work and determination that you need to put in. No one can do this for you. You have to put in that legwork. And the more work you put into it, the more results you're going to have. The more prosperity you're going to see. The Ace of Wands talks about that inner fire, that inner passion. The direction and guidance that the full moon and eclipse are giving you is to really take hold of your passion, take hold of yourself. Ignite that solar plexus so you have that courage to take on what it is you've been hiding behind for so many years. All right, and then finally, how can the full wolf moon and lunar eclipse support my Scorpio friends in implementing this shift? Got another major arcana, the Chariot. We go back to that willpower and determination. The charioteer is moving his chariot and directing his chariot through mind power alone, through that sheer willpower and determination. He is overcoming any challenge. Now, he's also similar to the High Priestess, that balance. So that black and white, those divine masculine and divine feminine energies need to be in balance and working together so that you have that platform and stability that we're looking for, that hard work that we're going to need. so that we have that platform and stability that we need to start to work on some of this piece. The Charioteer and the Ace of Wands are really connected into that solar plexus, that inner fire, that courage, determination, and passion. Those are going to be essential when it comes to connecting in with ourselves. When we start into a new relationship or we're working on our relationships with other people, we come to it with a veracity. We're excited. We have that determination to really bring that relationship to that next level. We rarely have that same energy when it comes to ourselves. And that's the energy we need. Because the relationship that's going to count the most is the relationship we have with ourselves. So the full wolf moon and the eclipse offer you that ability to start to work on and reconnect with who you are. Like I said, the more work you put in now, the more results you're going to have later, because we're going to raise our vibration, because we're going to be living that authentic self. And that authentic self starts to raise our vibration. When we raise our vibration, we have that stability. We also have the ability to start to manifest and create that abundance in our life. That abundance starts to increase our stability, which raises our vibration. So you can kind of see how this can really start to amplify what it is you have in your life. Okay, let's look at a blessing. What blessing can my Scorpio friends embrace? Oh, got a jumper. For the full wolf moon and lunar eclipse. Now, I know a lot of you were really excited when I pulled the Two of Cups and everybody's like, yay, a relationship. That's coming. We do have the Sun. This isn't going to be as scary or as hard as you think it is. We like to put up a lot of pieces that are going to protect us. And this isn't a shift where you're looking at crumbling everything. It's taking things one step at a time, so it's maintainable and sustainable. Even going deep and finding out who it is you are is going to help. Focus in on those positive pieces so that you stay in the positive energy, because we do have the Sun there. We don't need to be looking at and heaving through everything. We need to focus in on what's going good and things that are making you happy. Later on, we can start to release. Right now, we need to really look at and assess where you're at. This is more of an assessment stage. We have the Emperor really overseeing everything, and we need that knowledge piece. We need that game plan. We don't have a lot of action cards. The Chariot talks about moving forward. However, we don't have, say, a Knight. If we had like the Knight of Swords going in, you and I'd be having a very different conversation about action. Assess the situation. Focus in on the positive. Don't go to the lower vibrational stuff. Don't go to what's not working. Go to what is, because that's what we need to amplify. Connect in with ourselves. What do you like to do? Sorry, I digressed there, but I wanted to clarify that. My guides were telling me that some of you might be a little bit confused and we're kind of almost mourning that loss of that relationship. So let's get into the oracle cards here. So this card jumped out. The Thinking Man. I love it when my oracle cards kind of reinforce not only what I just said, but what the tarot cards had said throughout the reading. This is a time of thinking and focusing. That critical thinking skills are going to be really important. Assessing our situation, what's happening right now for you in the here and now. Indecision. Things can get really cloudy really quickly because we're looking at a lot of information. Those barriers and walls have come up over time. They've come up because of situations and events that have happened. Stick to the decision making. We do not need to drive the Chariot. The Charioteer is still formulating his map. This is about planning rather than no decision making. and then happy family. That staying in the high vibration is going to be key. High vibration makes that your life and you are on that happy, loving energy. When we're in that happy, loving energy, our family is happy and supportive. Your family can also be part of that support system. We're starting to see a number of 4s. We've got the Emperor, we have the 4 in the Oracle card. We also have 46 in the Thinking Man. When you see multiple 4s like that, the angels are telling you that this is a time to build your foundation and stay grounded. And that's exactly what I'm saying here. It's that assessment stage. We want to make sure that we've got that stable structure, that foundation to move forward. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful and that you were able to gain some direction and insight into what the full moon and lunar eclipse are going to hold for you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. I have a lot of fantastic ideas and plans for the channel in the year to come. You don't want to miss anything. And the best way to stay connected is through subscribing to my channel and hitting that little red bell so you don't miss any of the insight, direction, and healing that the high vibrational beings have. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Scorpio friends.